Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good evening. Sean Higgs coming at you here. Late night money. As we look at Friday action. Man, what a Friday it is. Are you kidding me with this? This might be a day I might not even have a play in anywhere. I might not have a play going on. I'm going to let you know that right now. This is a yikes. Give me the yikes here. I mean, you really loving anything on? I'm not. Let's listen. Hit the like button here. Sean Higgs, winner free picks. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. Give me a follow. I'll put the picks up there for you right now. Not much. You can listen to podcast form. Why not? Amazon, Spotify, iHeartRadio, all those spots. If you listen there, super duper after the fact. Today, crap day in the video. Flyers loser. Well, let's just start on good news. Knicks plus 2.5. Doggy out right there. Flyers over, didn't get there. College hoops, we go 1-5. Money line doggy, and then 4 doggies. All double-digit doggies. Do not get there. And premiums go 3-4. So there is that 4 in one day, and then go 3-4 the next day. That's how That's how you go for. What's it? November, December, January, almost 3 full months, right? It's the end. That's how you're at 52% for the season, barely scraping by here. Because that's the way my season has gone. Now I'm still happy. I'm 58% college basketball for 60%. Well, now probably about 59. I was 83 and 56. Now we're sitting at a 86 and 60. So I mean, it's not terrible 86 and 60 for the month, but overall we are where we are. We're gonna be 215 and 201. Again, that's barely getting by. Look at this. I mean, these matchups today. I can't even say. Normally, I'd even do a little shorty. I've done shorties the last 2 days. I'm like, I have a little shorty. I can't even do a little shorty on the channel. Here's the Marcos minute for my guy Marco. What time is it in the morning? It's 2:44 in the video. Just so I could tell him tomorrow. I mean, I'll do a Marcos minute for midday money anyway. But Kent State. Do we go under here? I mean, it was 151.5. Now it's down to 149. I guess I lean a little Ohio. Iona, Siena. I mean, Siena hasn't been all that great. Shakes are 3-15. Is Iona laying a 7.5 just based on name now? 8.5 now. I'll see if I can get some more points. Maybe take Siena there. Niagara and Marist, no thank you. Canisius was at 9.5. They had lost 6 of 7. And you had Manhattan who lost 9 in a row. Of course, that line goes to 7.5. I thought I just couldn't even. Maybe I was a little disgruntled dropping 4 double-digit dogs today. UTEP plus 10.5, Detroit plus 12.5, Lindenwood 12.5, Southeast Missouri 10. Maybe that kind of drew me away from taking Manhattan as a doggy after my doggy day today. Whiskey, Michigan State. This is where this is a spot I'd maybe go Michigan State. I got a question mark. I don't even know. I mean, I can see Whiskey winning this by 10. I can see Michigan State winning outright. Where am I going? Do I lay to 140 or do I take the 110? Bonnie's in St. Joe's. Maybe St. Joe's. St. Joe's having a nice little season. We had Bonaventure the other day. St. Joe's could possibly be in play for tomorrow. I do not know. Not sure. I got a little put mark next to that because I sort of a little bit like that. Seattle and Utah Valley. 6.5 hasn't moved. And Cal Stanford. I want to take Cal at home here. The lines come down. Not shocking. People are going to run to Stanford. And again, I don't hate it. If it keeps coming down here, I don't hate the Stanford. Again, I don't love any of these games. Why not do a Marcos minute in soccer? Hello. In hockey. There's only 4 games. What am I going to talk about for 10 minutes? Vegas Rangers. Didn't I just have? I mean, I'm pretty sure I just had a. I believe I had the under in this spot, and it didn't cash. It was 5-1 Knights. Do the Rangers come back here? Florida Pitt, kind of like Florida there, I guess. Colorado, the Kraken. I mean, I might take St. Louis. Maybe St. Louis. And I say maybe, just maybe it'll be a free pick. I'm not running to bet it. And NBA tomorrow. What are we doing here? Believe it or not, the sicko side of me wants to take the Raptors at home as a home dog. I want to come back on Milwaukee. I had the Cavs here as a freebie the other day, plus a touchdown. It's down to 5. In today's game, not down to 5. It's what it is. Maybe they win again. Not. I'm not racing to the window tomorrow. Maybe there's nothing. Maybe it's nice relaxing Friday. Maybe I'll dive into some NFL props for the weekend for Sunday Championship Sunday. We know we'll have a ton of games on Saturday college hoops. Maybe a nice easy day tomorrow. Nick Nasty, hello. Thanks for popping in. Mike B's in the house. Wes, the Sniper's in the house. Got Hawaii -4. Tipping, he's got late night rainbow action. Sniper Wes. Michael B says, no, huge 6-0. Western, North Texas, Townsend. I had North Texas. I had Townsend. Southern San Fran. I couldn't pull the trigger on the San Fran game. Could not pull the trigger on the San Fran game. And the Knicks. I like the Knicks with you there. Jake says, I'm awake for late night money. Man. Well, you don't have to stay awake too long because there's nothing going on in late night money tonight. Wright State, Cleveland State. People thought it was easy. You know what? Did I throw out the? I already got rid of today's. Who said something to that about Cleveland State today? I said Wright State was the right side. Just take out the W. I said it was a little wordplay there. Wright State. Right, Nick Nasty? 6-0 sweep it aboard by Mike. Yeah, that is a fire day. I hit Townsend in the Knicks. Take the winners. Take it. I want to play tonight. The General Special Hawaii on the island. I'm shocked. I'm shocked people taking Hawaii at home. Locking up the King is in the house. Nick saying hi to the King. 6-0 college basketball ends on the under Elon Campbell. Campbell was my only winner in the video here today in Midday Money. And hey, Nick Nasty from King Day. I gotta say, what's up for tomorrow? I don't like anything for tomorrow. I was doing a little nerd talk with Dave and Nick Earl. Brizzy was in there. We're just talking a little bit there, and then after I got off the show, I said, let me just jump into some today's stuff. I was looking at the lines when I was doing the show. I said, let me get off, do some work. And I'm looking at these, and I just can't even. I couldn't even come up with a free play. Just to put on a video, I couldn't come up with something serious. I can't have anything. You know what I ended up watching, and I'm going to wrap it up. I started it yesterday. Fast 10, Fast and Furious. I don't know. It's whatever one it is. And I guess it's like a cliffhanger because, I don't know. Dom's indestructible car, he jumps off a dam or something in Portugal, the sun. And then it goes into the ending. So I guess there's going to be another. These guys can do everything with cars. I mean, it's unbelievable. What am I doing? Watching that nonsense, Fast and Furious. Mike says, Team Money was loving Cleveland State. Was it Team Money in Cleveland State? Yeah, that was my only hit in the video today, KD. It was a bloodbath of dog proportions. Monmouth money line loser, Utah plus 10.5 loser, Detroit plus 12.5 loser, Lindenwood 12.5 loser, Southeast Missouri State loser plus 10.5. I mean, I went 3 and 4 on the sites, but yikes. Get no doggies. Yeah, little Mike. A little late night money. We bring it back midnights. Short show. 10 minutes for to look at lines like this we look at, especially on a Friday. I like nothing for tomorrow. tomorrow is I mean, 4 hockey games that I don't like. Kind of like Cal and the Pellies. The Cal line keeps coming down. I initially like Cal. I don't like right now. I put Michigan State here in the show because I like Izzo. But honestly, St. Joe's might be my only game tomorrow. I'm just glancing back over the numbers. Yeah, exactly, King. There's nothing in tomorrow. I mean, I don't. If if I didn't do midday money, I mean, I'm gonna have to come in with some player props tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a NFL player prop day, I think, for midday money. Oh, Mike, I'm letting all hang out. It's party time here. I got the Lifesaver gummy sours out. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself because it gets silly late at night. Wait, how about you got a hockey game for tomorrow? Anything on hockey? I was thinking about fading the Kraken. I don't even know. I mean, that would be my initial game that I think out of the three that I'm going to dig into is going to be the Kraken Seattle game. And NBA wise, I mean, the Pellies, 2-point home fave. I'm actually a little annoyed at myself for today. Brooklyn, short line. Knicks, the short line, won outright. Pacers, short line, win outright. Miami, you're getting 7-8 at home. Maybe they show up. Yeah, they lose. They get totally crushed. Lakers winning. Golden State down again. Another spot. So on a day where, all things considered, if Golden State holds here, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead of going 4-1 on here, I go 1-0 with the Knicks, but the other ones all would have cashed for me. But as I say, it's easy to remember our winners. I'm sure there's been times I had days like that I passed and had losers, and NFL still, excuse me, NBA 58%. We're not complaining about 21-15. I'll take it. Limited amount. Hockey 32-21. Limited amounts, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm watching the Warriors. I saw Warriors. I thought it was the Warriors with the classic Warriors come out to play, and the Orphans, the Baseball Furies, the Lizzies. I'm looking for a couple player props. Yeah, I'm gonna start digging for Sunday. I had to do something. Well, I know what the show's gonna be tomorrow. Got no games. Exactly. Ranger revenge spot. But Mike, this is where I get fancy. Where I don't want to lay. I want to be like I'm too cool for school. Like, you know what? Nah, I'm not gonna lay 150. No. I'll get fancy and do a puck line, and it ends up going to OT, and I lose, or regulation, and they go to overtime and win 4-3 in a shootout. I have to start not thinking that way, especially with baseball coming. I got to take those. Last year, baseball, Mike, I think I had probably about, off the top of my head, I want to say like 106 losses. Now, it seems like a lot, folks, but that's because about 400 games of baseball, 500 games, 600 games of taking run lines and the 140, 150 range because I didn't want to. I didn't want to lay the 150s, 140s. Trying to be slick, and they're coming back and taking a chunk out of me. Yeah, regulation. You know what? As doesn't talk, I have to. I can't think. I'm not smarter than a book. Like that's the thing. Like you think you're smarter. We're gonna win a little bit. I'm happy with my 54%. I'm happy. I just can't overthink because then I've never been a thinker. Don't think. Jake, I like nothing in the NBA tomorrow. I like nothing, and even as much as it's NBA, I'm 25-21 in the NBA in the chat. That's 46 games plus 265. And that is right along what I'm on the site. I'm 21-15 on the sites. So I don't dive a lot into regular season NBA. So when I have it, especially now regular season NBA, and it's winning. I'm I'm happy that if I find a game it hits, because I don't like it. I don't like the whole we're sitting out today. It's load management stuff. I don't race to bet the NBA, Jake. You've been here a bit. You should know this. 20 years young. John's in the house. What are you doing in here? It's a gambling show, fella. I don't know if the bet. Happy birthday. Or it's your born day. You were born today. I guess you were birthed as well. I think birthing, I think of like little calves coming out of cows or giraffes or something. Where you're just born when you're shot out like a cannon. Mike Lee says, bats out for the Rainbow Warriors. Probably should have quit while I was ahead. Oh, just stay up all night and live bet it, Mike. First fives are coming up. I can't use the first five. A few days ahead, an All-Star break, and the first few days after a bloodbath. Because we have the NBA All-Star breaks coming up. We'll have isn't the hockey break coming up as well? When is the hockey break coming? Is there a hockey break? No, that's in February, isn't it? I don't even know. For NBA, at least. I mean, I know that's next month. Mid-February. Yeah, good times. Those are good days to just relax. And that's another thing. Who's getting traded? What is it about tomorrow's card that makes you pump the brakes? What is there? I mean, nothing. I look at the card and be like, okay, something would jump out at me. Before the lines even come out, I would like something, right? So if if I'm going to go dig for something, it better be something worthwhile for me to bet on. I mean, I'm just, I don't know, EQ. I want to find a little bit of an edge. And if I first glancing over something, nothing is there, I'm just going to move. I'm not going to dive in just to do it. Now, double glancing, I said maybe Michigan State tomorrow. I don't know. I actually think maybe St. Joe's might be the play tomorrow. I'm not sure. I would have, hindsight being 2020, I would have liked Manhattan at 9.5. Now it's 7.5. So again, just my initial looks, especially more college basketball, because hockey and NBA are games, sports that I don't, especially NBA, regular season NBA, as I mentioned, back to backs, and we have load management nonsense crap. I'm not waiting. I do a show at midnight. I do a show at noon, live shows. I can't, and I post a record. I'm gonna put a game out and then guys start sitting out, kind of nonsense. You don't know that at midnight, the day before, or at noon, day of. So I don't sit around and wait for NBA. I make money other ways. I don't have to wait for the NBA. So I don't bet a lot of NBA regular season because these guys tell you by taking days off, they do not care, and it's about the playoffs. That's where we'll make our money. That's what we did last year. That's what we do most years. So unless something really jumps, and again, I have 36 games bet in the NBA this season. 36 games. That's a weekend in college basketball. I have 400 games bet already this season. 36 NBA games. 50 hockey games. 32 and 21. Just gotta find it. If I like it, I bet it. I know I might become a real degenerate and take the Hornets money line. Here we go, Michael. What are we doing? Oh my goodness, Michael. NHL's All-Star break is next week. All right. The one thing I like about the NHL, Mike, I had to say, I love the schedule when they pop out like 4 games one day. It's like 4 games, 2 games, and like a full slate, which is fine. They could maybe find a total or something there. But I love the schedule so much. Well, 2's right. Yeah. All-Stars here in Indy. King D enjoys it. First ever NBA All-Star. Proud of my city. Yeah, don't mess it up. Stan Babs is 6 first half wins in a row on the island. Look for Warriors second half. If you don't follow Mikey POD on the Twitter, he's pretty good. He is pretty good. He's got a little database himself. He rolls deep in his show. Please give him a follow. He's a Twitter guy. I don't think he's on YouTube. I don't think he has a YouTube channel, although he does post on Pub. He's got a show on the Pub. You could advertise, Mike. I don't mind. You know what you're doing. George is not showing what our Super Bowl future winners look like. Well, Baltimore, take the Ravens. Any chance of Detroit making a Super Bowl? I think they have a chance. Why don't they have a chance? They run the ball. If they keep the Niners offense off the field, they have a chance of winning. Can they stop a Debo Samuel-less Niner team? Possibly. Can you slow down McCaffrey? They have that. Why don't they have a shot? They're what? A little bit of a dog? I mean, you're 6-7. Anything under 10, if I'm looking at an underdog, I think that dog has a chance to win. That's an outright winner. I mean, they're winning outright. If I like dogs under 10, I think they win outright. You're literally a turnover away from winning. My brother lives in Westfield, Indiana, says Nick Nasty. Hockey's a real sport. They don't believe in Lord Magic. No, they do not. These guys come out and play with gash face, no teeth. Yeah, Michigan state line came down. Whiskey's been teetering on a loss. It's one of those spots. I mean, I think everybody's gonna be on Whiskey at home, and again, home teams in Big Ten. I mean, I don't hate it. I prefer the dog roll here. And Whiskey. Here's the thing, though. Whiskey rolled them 70-57, and State has been playing a little better. They've won a few in a row. So, I mean, it's Sparty. I like Izzo. He finds a way. Small world. My grandma lives north of Noblesville. You guys talk amongst yourself about Indiana geography. 2 weeks to NBA, NHL also break. Great call, Nick. Thank you. That's my only good winner here in the chat. I mean, I had Campbell, but then a bunch of doggy losers in college hoops. Double-digit losers, too, by the way. They're all double-digit dogs, all lost. Looking at a Saturday card, Kansas going to Iowa State, thinking Iowa State money line. This guy. I wanted to do like a 5-minute show. Now we're on almost 25 minutes on a day where I don't even have a pick for Friday. What do we got here? I like a lot of these dogs. Just look at the thing. Kansas State, seat in the hall. Iowa State. I mean, come on. They might be a favorite there. Florida State at home. I don't know. BYU against Texas. I'll have to take BYU up there. At home against Texas. We'll see what Illinois is. That'll be like a 10-point line against Indiana. Mississippi State will be a dog in there. Boise against Utah State. Nice Boise. I like Boise. Maybe a little Clemson action. Definitely Wyoming against Colorado State. Oregon versus Arizona. Definitely not Arkansas against Kentucky. No, thank you. Richmond versus Dayton. Sure. Tennessee, Vandy. No, thank you. No, thanks. I mean, we could be loaded up. Might be nothing tomorrow, but 16 games on a Saturday incoming. A lot of people like to see lines. It's a good little story. Is Purdy Joe Montana game manager? Who is he? Well, he hasn't won anything yet. He went to a championship game last year and had his arm broken or whatever. So get to a Super Bowl and see who you are. It's got a long way to be Joe Montana. I think Joe Montana won a couple Super Bowls. So try to get to one first. How do you feel about the Chiefs and how do you feel about the Ravens? I think the Ravens win the Super Bowl. That's how I feel about the Ravens. Ravens are really good. Texas off emotional win, lean BYU. Yeah, BYU will be a home fave. I mean, and it's warranted. I mean, BYU. We had BYU the other night. They can play. What time's that game? Oh, yeah. I mean, it's Saturday. I mean, it's just insane. And BYU is definitely going to be favored at home. I definitely look to BYU. I'm going to look a little bit, see how many points I give them. I don't know. Well, Mississippi State, see how many points I give Mississippi State. Iowa's probably going to be favored over Kansas. Washington State's got Colorado. That'll be a nice little team I'll play there at home, Washington State. I'll probably look towards maybe Washington against Utah as well. Boise's definitely going to be a play against Utah State. Believe it or not, I might lean Clemson. I'll take Dayton. Excuse me, Dayton's playing at Richmond. There's a bunch. There's a lot of good stuff. Saturday. Always a good day Saturday. Hawaii down 26-7, 9 minutes left in the first half. Well, here's the thing. It's after midnight, so you had a great day yesterday. You're just starting off Friday bad. You're starting off with a loser. Ravens, Lions. Everybody's pulling for the Lions, EQ. Everybody wants the Lions. George says, for some reason, if the Bills beat the Chiefs, we would get massacred by. Well, no, see, I would have liked the Bills this week. Because at that point, you're playing with a lot of, things are going right. Everything seems to break in your way. It would have been a good spot to get them as a 3-point dog. Now, this spot here, the line's going up. And Kansas City, as good as they are defensively, the offense, what did you run into? You ran into a Miami team who was just terrible. And then you ran into a Buffalo defense that was falling apart at the seams. Falling apart at the seams, still had a chance to win. I know people love KC, and it's a spot where it's like, well, Mahomes as a dog, you got to take him. I totally get that, And here, the problem is, Lamar wins this, and it's going to be like, well, you were favored. You should have won. And if he loses, it's, you're the home field. You can't beat Mahomes. And then the flip side is Mahomes is, what, 9-1, 10-1, whatever he is? This is a big game for the Raven franchise here. And in the scale of how the league is right now, with KC being a 6th straight championship game, stuff like that. I know Baltimore's won a championship before. Can we not compare a second-year QB to Joker? Exactly. Guy hasn't even been. He's got 2 playoff wins. Just like you're watching a Big Ten game with Washington on it. Yeah. That's terrible. I don't want to get started on that. That's the way to end the show. All right. Listen, I sort of like Michigan State tomorrow. That's it. Maybe St. Joe's. I don't know. Not loving anything. Mikey P.O.D. likes the Rangers in a revenge spot. There you have it. Midday money tomorrow. I'll be back. Hit the like button on the way out. Sean Higgs, winner free picks. Mr. Sean Higgs on Twitter.